Oh, 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 oh. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. It's Sunday. I'm back with my hair wrap, and I am back with the ladies of Liberia. Let's see. Shoot. Okay, so the ladies of Liberia, they're going to be joining us today for this show. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm waiting for Showcase Angeline, and obviously the network is not that great. So I'm operating on a not so much of a great network today. Anyway, today is Sunday. This is going to be a really brief live. I'm waiting for them to join. So just be patient, okay? Hello, Liberian TV. I hope everyone's doing well there. Let's see. So you guys be a little patient, waiting for Anjali and Shoka. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How's everybody doing today? Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday, trying to stay awake and trying to stay healthy. How's everyone? How's everyone? Just tell us how you guys are doing while we wait for the ladies of Liberia. Yeah. Okay, let me fix this here. As for me, I'm good. It's a little cloudy here, and I don't even know. I don't even know if it's Sunday. Day I'm supposed to rest myself. Angeline and Showcase, you guys need to join because
Hello. Hello, everyone.
everyone, this is Showcase Deborah's birthday. So I want everyone to say happy birthday right now.
Thank you.
Yes, happy birthday, girl. How was your birthday so far? How is it?
It's okay. It's still going on, but I just sneak out to come here and do this live.
On your birthday, you're so committed to our country. Look at you.
I'm in the bathroom. I'm at Calabash.
Calabash, you're getting it on. Yeah, that place is cool. I like going over there. Yeah, it's
It
nice.
was
It's nice.
beautiful, by the way.
Thank you, my dear,
I
my dear.
love
Thank you.
the
Thank you. Thank you. I got this from Ghana Markala Market.
It's pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, happy. The people are saying happy birthday. Yeah, today's the Queen's birthday, so we have to
Thank
celebrate.
you. I'm so happy to be here.
All right. Yes. 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 Angeline is trying to connect. Um. Let's see. Let's see what happens. How is the Sunday vibe? How is the Sunday vibe? How is the Sunday vibe at Calabash? How is it going there?
It's like Carol.
Are you guys partying, and enjoying yourselves? I can see. I can see that.
I came in the day and now it's almost in the night. People are coming and this is getting packed.
Yep, yep, yeah. I was over there and at night, man, that's when it started to get crowded and everybody just, getting it on. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Angeline, where is she? Okay, guys. Sorry, guys. Showcase. This is her birthday. I know she's out. We scheduled this thing, so yeah, just bear with us. We apologize for any inconveniences caused. Just chill with us today. Today is Sunday. Even though the conversation is cool, but today is Sunday. Let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate her because it's her birthday. If you haven't already done so, go and subscribe right now. If you haven't already done so, go and subscribe right now.
Thank you. So how's your day going?
My day is going good. I woke up not too long ago. Okay, she's on. I woke up not too long ago. I'm about to go out after this live. Anyway, Angeli, hi.
Hi everyone. Hi,
Hi.
hi.
Hello. So welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. You're in the UK, right?
She's not getting you.
Angela, you're in the UK, right? You're in the UK.
Yes, I'm in UK.
Okay. Tell the Queen hi for me. Tell the Queen I said hi. uh, did you hear me? I said tell the Queen I said hi. Did she hear me at all?
Say again. I
Oh,
can hear you very
I
low.
said I said tell the Queen I said hi.
Oh, okay. I'll tell the queen.
Tell her I like to drink tea also. And
Okay, I will do that. I'll tell the queen. Ah,
anyway, so this conversation, guys, everyone that's watching, we are talking about where we are heading as a country, in terms of getting to that developed Liberia that we all want to see, right? So these ladies are, doing a lot of great things in Liberia. We want to just first of all stay away from politics. Just to clear that out there, we are not into politics. We all want to see the betterment of our country. We want to see how Liberia can progress and move forward. And so this is why we're on here to talk about this today. And all of these ladies are action, they're action oriented. You can see them through their videos, what they're doing. And so we want to talk about it. So Angeline, you can start. You can go ahead and do your thing.
yes. Hi everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Sawadi, thank you. Thank you, ladies, for bringing me on the show. Thank you, Showcase of Liberia. Thank you for showcasing Liberia because this is what we want to see in Liberia. We want to see the positive side of Liberia, and this is what we all doing because we know that Liberia is what we have. This is where we come from. This is where we we want to be at the end of the day. We have families, we have friends, we have our loved ones there. So for me, when I go back home every time, um, I feel so blessed. I feel so happy. I feel so relaxed being there because this is where, like Brahman said, this is where my neighbor's dream was buried. So there is
Okay.
nowhere like home. So if we come on this platform to talk about Liberia, we want to talk about the positive side. We don't want to, go on the negative side. How long, my people, how long can we talk about being on the positive side? We have seen that in the past years. We have seen what happened when we all went to the negative side, the destructions, the pain, the sorrow, and everything that comes along with it. So this time around, we want to put Liberia out there to talk about the positive side. We don't want to be negative when it comes to the development of Liberia, because um, Liberia is Liberia. I don't care where you are. You can be in the United States today. I can be here in the United Kingdom. At the end of the day, I will always want to go back home, where I would just want to, put my feet in that salt water, in that, lie down on that beach and just enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy my time being in Liberia. So every time I hear about negative things about Liberia, I wonder why. Why do people channel their energy to the negative side? So these are the questions that come to mind. Why should I be focusing on the negative? Why should I channel my energy on the negative side of Liberia? I don't think it's supposed to be like that. So um I just want to talk about Mama Liberia, because Liberia is all we have. If you don't do it today, think about your children. Do it for your children. You may say, okay, I'm not in Liberia right now, or I'm not going to that country, because most people tend to say that country. What do you mean that country? I'm not going to that country. There is no electricity at the airport. There is no electricity in the houses. There is no roads. There is nothing. How would there be something if you don't contribute?
Mm,
Who's going to do it
mm,
for you to
mm,
come
mm,
enjoy it? Where
mm,
we
mm,
are today, there are people that, paved the way. Do you know how long, how many years they had to plan to reach this stage? So we don't want to always do it on the negative side. For me, I don't want to do it on the negative side. I want to channel my energy to the positive side of Liberia. If only we can all do that, Liberia will move from being to that negative place that some people see it to be to the positive side. So Emma Zawadi, I just want to thank you, girl, for bringing me on this platform and for my voice to be heard. I know there are many people listening to me, and some of them will disagree, some of them will agree. We all, everyone will not be on the same page, but my advice to each and every Liberian are listening tonight, always think on the positive of Liberia, because what you see today is not always going to be like that. So do not channel your energy on the negative side. I will stop it for that. I will stop it now and then give you over to give it over to whoever wants to say something.
So what I'm understanding from Angeline is that while we have some issues, as with everywhere else, we need to focus more so on how we can contribute to the country, and that's what I'm getting. In doing so, we have to spread positivity by saying this and this is going on, whatever you may see the situation to be. Uh, you can still contribute to the country, and this is the positive aspect that she's speaking of. And I think with each of our contributions, we can see the country that we want to have for ourselves and the generation to come. So Miss Showcase, yeah, you are in Liberia, so you know we expected to know everything, right? That's not true.
Yeah, that's so true. And just to give my say on what you guys are talking about. we understand that Liberia is not up to standard. Liberia have a lot of issues. That all of these things people are saying they are true. But to be honest, even the great analysis, I was so shocked when my big brother Jefferson went to certain community in the US. And he did a video where people are living on the street and people are suffering. So even if the great United States have their own issue, why more about Liberia that been through a war, like a long time of war and everything, and they are still trying to get on their feet. So we all Liberians, as Angeline stated earlier, we all need to put arms together instead of just sitting complaining. You guys are out there. That's why I love your China Zawadi. And you keep telling them that you should get together, invest in real estate within Liberia instead of just sitting and pointing here during December time when they're ready, then they come with some kind of money and just make the place more hard for everybody. They should they should not wait for just December. Let's be honest here. They should not just wait for December or January to come to Liberia. What we are telling them is so true. They should put money together, try and build this real estate where they will come in their own country and be able to get somewhere decent to live. I applaud you for that. So even when coming down to the electricity issue in Liberia, people out there in the diaspora, they will bring these solar lights here. I think that there are just few companies that are just into Liberia that are into this solar lighting. I learned that even in Australia, the people use solar light. Solar light, the people use solar light on their houses. Why about Liberia? For everything they want to leave on the government. The government cannot do everything. I will say it here tonight. We cannot leave everything on the government. The government is the people. We are the government. We are the government. The government starts from the mother and the father in the home.
Yeah.
We learn service in school. So they should stop doing everything on the government here. We all need to put arms together. If we, the Liberia that we always sit at home and dream of, we should try and work towards making Liberia become a reality. This thing is so real because if you have your child, if you want for your child to be a medical doctor, you will not sit there and pour pack on your child and tell your child to go and sell cold water. You won't do it. You're going to send your child to school. Even that child not only you will be encouraging them so that they can be able to learn and be that medical doctor that you want them to become. So we cannot just sit there and be criticizing Liberia. We need to put hands together and work and see how best we can make Liberia better. So that's my own of saying right there. Let's come
Tell
together.
them. Tell them. Tell the
true.
people in the diaspora and in Liberia.
Yeah.
I think it's very important too that people in Liberia understand their role. Yeah, the diaspora does have, the financial capability, right? Because a lot of us have the opportunities to work and earn the US dollars, whatever. We need to also assign responsibility to the people on the ground because I believe they can contribute as well, not financially maybe, but there are other ways to contribute, right? What do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think people on the ground can contribute? Look at Showcase. She's contributing. She's showcasing Liberia, right? Spreading positivity about the country. How do you think people on the ground can get involved?
Yeah, people on the ground can get involved by the cleanliness. We always talk about the city. Some people just like so we educated in things. We put in color thing.
Angela, I can hear you.
I'm hearing you.
You're not hearing me.
No.
You hearing me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing good on the live, by the way. Just a little volume.
Oh, okay. What I'm saying here is the people back home, they themselves can contribute to the development of Liberia by not just doing anything, by not just throwing things, dirt in the streets and just going about doing their own thing. You got to do your own part. Why the people in the diaspora are doing their part? the people in Liberia too have to do their part.
And
Keeping the
that's
city, we are keeping the city clean. We got to keep the city clean. If you go to Monrovia now, some part of the city, very, very dirty. Very dirty, you know. So these are the contribution. The people that on that side, they can help to clean the place and stop throwing all the dirt all over the place and leaving the place dirty. Because if you keep doing that thing, you people will get sick. The people that sick. And go to the when you go to the and even if I when you
Showcase.
also it's just hard, but it's
Showcase.
maybe
Okay.
people
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
thank
be
you.
educated when it comes to these things.
Hmm. Go ahead, Angeline.
Yeah, maybe the people needs to be educated when it comes to the cleanliness of the city. And moreover, the city is populated. There are too many people in that one Morovia. We're talking about how people can contribute now.
Hmm.
Too many people in that one small Morovia. Why are the people don't want to go to other counties? Why? In
Hmm.
one of my videos, I explained this, why people don't want to go to the other counties. Why do we want to stay in Morovia? Why are we squeezing ourselves in Morovia? Even no job, but we stay in that one small place. No food, but we are stay there. Why? Why can't
Hmm.
we go out in the other counties and develop those counties? Why are we not doing it?
Hmm.
So it's hard to say, but we need to talk about these things. So if we on the other side are trying to bring these things forward, the people back home need to look into these things as well and see how they can help. So it's everybody business. Everybody have to come together and help Mama Liberia in their own way they can.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
We're talking about the health sector. We're talking about security. We're talking about infrastructures. So why should it be only in Morovia? If I
Hmm.
go to Liberia, I want to go into the different counties and showcase the different counties because I don't want to just sit down in Morovia and just be showing Morovia.
Hmm.
Morovia is not Liberia,
Hmm.
you see.
Hmm.
So there are too many things to discuss and too many things to go about in Morovia. So I don't know how we're going to go about it, but we need to do something about it.
Hmm. Hmm. Excellent, excellent. Showcase. In your own observation, of course, I don't expect you to know everything because you live in Liberia, right? That's impossible. I live in the U.S. I don't know everything about like the U.S. That's just unacceptable and that's impossible. Um, in your own opinion, though, your own observation, how do you think common people in Liberia can contribute to the society?
That is just what I wanted to talk about. Thank you for the question. So, like the way Angeline was saying, that's so true. So let us just take for instance, like the way you are in the diaspora and now you carry on your project within Liberia. You cannot expect yourself to come Liberia and be the one to build a house, start everything. Like after you finish spending your resources, which is the funds to get everything, you need capable Liberian on ground. That's where we come in and to be able to help you, to help in developing the country. You need capable Liberian on ground that is going to carry on this project efficiently for you and for others in the diaspora. Like the way Angeline is also carrying on her project. Every time we see her house progress, all of these beautiful videos, she's the one sending these funds. But the Liberian, these people on the ground, these capable people that are helping to impact Liberia, they are the people that she paying them. But if they were not like capable or they were not competent to do the work, all of that money that she's investing, they're going to be a waste. You are going to end up hire maybe Nigerians, Ghanaians to come and do this work for her. or for the people that are carrying on project within Liberia. So what Liberians on ground can do to help, they need to empower themselves, like to make themselves educated, like getting knowledge on skills that they could get into it by helping the country to develop. And as she also stated, they need to refine their mind, not throwing trash in the street and all of those things. Yeah.
Even the customer service. Customer service is one of the major things like Liberians lacking in Liberia. Customer service. Customer service is very, very important because these are things that will make people to value the country. You cannot go to Liberia and ask a simple question at the airport or in a store or to a populated area for someone to even talk to you nicely. The way they will even look at you up and down before they answer. Sometimes they will pretend like they don't even hear it. What is all this one for? So people, as you said, Showcase, people need to be educated. Sometimes they do these things out of ignorance, but they need to be educated to these things. Liberia got many things to, I don't know, Liberia got far way to go right now. So I know sometimes when we talk these things, it's going to make some people feel bad, but there is no need to feel bad. Rome was not built in one day time. It takes time. So we have to, as we having this discussion, we got to chip into other things to talk about, because these are all development. How far are we from a developed Liberia? This is the question. So what can
Yeah.
we do? How far are we from a developed Liberia? We go to other people's country. We live in other people's country. The way people interact with each other, the way people have their conversation, the way if you give your project to somebody, those people will come on time to do your work. They know what time to come, what time to finish, and what time to go. They know their break time. But if you give somebody back home, if you give somebody something to do, the first thing they will ask you, can you please pay my way? Why would I pay your way when I'm paying you? You see? Can you please pay my way? Or when they don't come 1 or 2 days, you ask them, they'll tell you, I didn't have money to pay my way to come. So all these things are things that we need to talk about for people to understand that this is not done like that. If I'm paying you to do a piece of job, your payment, your transport is in that job. So you take your transport from there, you go and do the job, and I pay you your money. You can't tell me, say, pay my way. You see some of the things there. You see? These are things that we need to teach our people for us to move forward. It may
All right.
sound small, but it's not small. It's very, very important. It may sound small, but it's not a small thing. It's an important thing. This is why if you go to Liberia now, our people are suffering. They can't even get the job. Why? Other people come from different countries. You see people coming from Ghana, from Nigeria, taking over the job that our people are supposed to do. Because these people show more commitment than our own people. And then our
Absolutely.
people now
Absolutely.
prefer to give these jobs to the Ghanaian, the Nigerian, and the other people. So why? So until our people mind can be changed, we are going to, have problem upon problem. Maybe they don't know. They don't know. So we have to tell
Angeline, I'm not laughing at
somebody
you. I'm
working for
sorry I
me,
had to
they
just.
asking me, I don't have transport. So I got to tell the person, I'm not supposed to pay your transport to come and do your job. Since you finish charging me, in that money that you charge me, you
I
take
don't know.
more
That's
thing from
just
that
too
to pay
funny.
away.
That's all. sorry, I don't mean to. I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah, there's small difference. And pay your way and go and do the job. When you finish your job, I give you your full money, go and sit down. If I have another job, I call you, you do the job. That's how people. So I have to tell these things to the people, and then later on they understand it. Sometimes they say, look at the old my hair. She cheap. It's not about being cheap. They say, oh my cheap. They're calling me oh my now. Yes, I oh my cheap. It's not that cheap. I have to tell you,
So,
you know, the way.
guys, I won't be so long on this live. Yeah, I
So
came
it's the
out.
same
I
way.
won't be so long.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
So,
showcase, showcase. Today's your birthday, so I think you should
yeah.
definitely take the time to enjoy yourself. Cheers for me. Have a drink. Whatever you do, we wish you well. I know that you can stay here long for a long time, but this is a very
I'm in
important
the bad
conversation.
room.
So
I'm sacrificing to be on this live. Like, everyone will be like,
I know,
get
I
out
know.
of
You're
the
supposed to
bed,
enjoy
no.
yourself somewhere.
So
I
you
know.
you are a true patriot. So we can definitely have this conversation again at another time. When you can have more time to engage in the discourse. But I'll be here, Angeline. We'll talk about. We're going to continue the
I
conversation
will be
until that the live
commenting.
is
I'm
over.
going to be commenting and giving my input.
Go enjoy yourself, girl. Enjoy your birthday.
All right. Bye to everyone. Thanks so much. Let us make Mama like you are the country we dream of.
Yeah, yeah.
Peace out, girl. But Angeline, go ahead. I'm laughing because you touched on so many points: customer service, complacency, laziness, unwillingness to really push forward. There are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things that you touch on, and that
Mm-hmm.
these are things that people back home should really, really take into high consideration. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying you a salary, why is it I have to pay for your transportation?
Mm-hmm.
And this is very common amongst our
Yeah.
people by Liberian people, because I have some Ghanaians on my team, and I do a contrast between the two individuals, and I can see heavily that our people are looking for you to do a extra of what you shouldn't be doing in the first place, and thinking a little outside the box. If somebody just give you a piece of job, why do you expect them to transport you? Can you just take some of your funds
Mm-hmm.
to transport yourself, get it done, and then if they see that you've done a great job, they perhaps consider your tip here. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times they're waiting for you to just pay for the transportation, and then if you don't, they say, "Well, I'm not going." Well,
Yeah.
then you are out of
Mm-hmm.
money and work. So uh, just a lot of a lot of issues that made me laugh, because recently I encountered that, and I pretty much told the contractor that there are many more in line to take your job,
Mm-hmm.
and there are Ghanaians in line to take your job, and I prioritize people from my country, but that doesn't mean my job is going to be left because you can't go to where you need to
Mm-hmm.
go because you're expecting transportation. So that's why it was just too funny. Is every time that conversation come up, I laugh, because it's not only ridiculous, but it slows people down. Yeah. Ooh,
So
I
you
needed
you
that
can
laugh.
imagine, someone that don't have, this that don't have the willingness to go to do all these kind of, petty things. Somebody
Uh-huh.
that don't have that willpower to stand the kind of things, they
Hmm.
are going to get discouraged.
Right.
They are going to get discouraged, and they wouldn't want to, you know continue with their project.
Right. Right.
Because, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, like with some of us, we don't mind. We withstand all these things because we know the situation, we know the problem, we know where these kind of things coming from. But somebody that is not used to these kind of things, they're just going to get annoyed and maybe swear at the person, and then maybe tell the person, say, okay, I'm taking the job from you and giving it to another person. And this is how problem comes about. Because
Hmm.
if that person take the job from the person that wanting transport and give to another person, and then the new person that comes in do not do the job, or maybe leave the job halfway, this is complete discouragement for that person now. This is why people come up to say Liberians are not serious, you know.
Yeah, I think, how do you think we can go about mitigating these issues? One way that, um yeah, let me ask you first. How do you think we can get to resolving some of
I
that,
This
especially the
kind of thing, I
workplace?
think the first thing we need to do, if I get your answer right, the first thing we need to do is to have a proper discussion
Mhm.
with whosoever, because they say experience is your best teacher. Now we're
Mhm.
bringing it on this platform,
Mhm.
talking about it. May wanting somebody may want to build and they have
Yeah.
not experienced that kind of thing. Now
Mhm.
they knowing, they hearing what is happening. So if you find yourself trying to do this kind of thing, wanting to build, take your time, discuss with whoever you have to build this place for you.
Mhm.
Have a proper discussion.
Mhm.
Talk about the money. How will the payment be? Your
Mhm.
transportation, your
Mhm.
food, and
Mhm.
everything is
Mhm.
in your money that you're asking for.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
start the conversation from the initial stage.
Okay.
Then you will get somewhere. But if you don't
Okay.
do that, then it becomes a problem in the future, in the near future.
Yeah.
So it's always good to discuss these things. In my case, when I had this experience, I discussed with this person, but then something went around the whole thing where we had to bring in new person, and this is where this whole thing started. So
Mhm.
in this kind of thing, if you want to build, you want to do whatever you want to do in Liberia, have a proper discussion.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
Or you start telling people to do this, to do that for you. I like to talk about Liberia development. Anything that have to do with development in Liberia, I'm into
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Why?
Mhm.
Because I want to see Liberia up there. I want to
Mhm.
see Liberia develop. I
Mhm.
know Liberia will not, for now, we're talking about skyscrapers all over the world. Liberia is not there yet. But the little that is happening there, we have to, talk about it and see how we can help people that want to develop Liberia. So
Mhm.
it's better that we bring these things out so people don't get discouraged when they're doing their project, when they're doing these kind of things, because there will be many challenges along the way, and not everybody have that patience to go through all of this. People got lives they living abroad, and then they're trying to do something back home. So it's not easy, but you just have to know how to go about it.
That these are really good points that you made, and I think it will be helpful for those looking to start whether construction projects or business in Liberia. It Having the information is very key than just going in blindly expecting
Mm-hmm.
things to move accordingly. Another way my staff across different businesses have been they have reduced this whole I don't have transportation, I live too far away. A lot of my staff actually move closer to where they work. So my staff used to live around Sincor. He literally moved closer to Robertsfield Highway because that's where one of my project is. So again, and that's something we discussed at first. That obviously I'm not going to pay for your transportation. It's within your own salary, and looking at the distance divided by the time you're going to go to work, you're obviously going to be working for transportation. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to decide for yourself what is best for you. If it doesn't work for you, then we'll keep it moving. That's just usually what I say. And then most of the times the staff end up going closer to the job site and it work well for all of us and they keep employed and other things. But conversation at first hand is very important and not going in blindly. Um yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what I was told by someone doing my project. Yeah, I need transportation every time. Every time the whole transportation thing gets me. But yeah, and Angela, you're actually doing great with your building projects. You're doing great. I know if you guys have not done so, please go and subscribe to her channel. She is really about development and wanting to see the country move forward. So there are some comments here. Hello, 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 hello. Conversations. Lebanese build their own country. The Lebanese build their own country. Okay, that's another debate. The diaspora should definitely work with people on the ground. Solidarity is key. Too much music. Okay. If they can keep Syncor clean, they can keep the other one river clean, but they don't want to do it. So Syncor is clean. I mean, it's clean to some standard, right? But how come other places are not? Is it that we're still just focused on Syncor being like the cleanest area? Like, what do you think? Somebody made a comment that Syncor is clean, but Monrovia can be clean.
I don't know. I don't know why people, just focus on Sinker. We have Ghana'sville. I haven't seen much videos, people making videos about Ghana'sville. We
Mm,
have other places. I don't know. It could be that Sinker is a developed place,
mm-hmm,
more developed than all the other places.
mm-hmm,
Maybe that's why people are so much focused on
mm,
Sinker. Sinker,
mm,
I don't know.
mm,
But we don't want to, just talk about Sinker. Sinker is
mm-hmm,
not Morovia.
mm-hmm.
Sinker
Is
is
that
just part of
yeah, Liberia?
Morovia.
Mm-hmm,
So we
mm-hmm,
need to go out there. We need to go to other places and showcase other places. I'm sure people in the other part of the world want to see, places like Garnetsville, New Georgia, and other places.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I don't know why people just focus on Sinker.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but it could be more so of an interest thing. It's more so, businesses are there, and of course, those businesses does post more value if you were to see it from some business standpoint. The ones that are there, easy access, transportation is easy to navigate those areas, and so people, that's where the focus is. But like you said, there are places in the country that we can also put our emphasis and so that Monrovia can be congested, missing cars within that scope. But we really should try to develop outside of Syncor. Yeah, historical value. Okay. Let's see. Monterey County is very crowded. Monterey is very crowded. Liberia is much more than Monrovia. That is true. That is true. Like you have beautiful places like Maryland, like Maryland Hopper, Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. You can go to Lo-Fi and see. Every county does have things that is obviously of value, and people can go to
Mm-hmm.
those areas, but we don't go out, we don't branch out. I know part of the reason is mobility. You can see a lot of transportation, you can see vehicles in the city, and so more people have access to those things versus in their mind. I mean, again, from conversation, in their mind, I don't want to go to the rural area. Like, what am I going to be doing there? Well, back in the day, we used to go to the soil to go plant agriculture. That's something we're doing when we're younger. But nowadays, nobody really are focused. Um, nobody's focusing on farming, any of those things. You have your farm, you grow your crops, you bring it to the city, you are doing work. But not every day somebody's telling you, I don't have motorbike, I need transportation, I can't farm anymore, I don't know how to farm pepper, I don't know how to farm onion. It's like, what happened to being on the countryside and
Mm-hmm.
trying to work, trying to go
Yep.
fishing? When I was a young girl, I used to go to the farm to go plant rice with my grandma. I used to go and sell okra, like, but nowadays everybody just want to focus in Monrovia, don't want to go back to the soil, like I said,
Mm.
agriculture, and then we say no job. So part
Exactly.
of that thing, we need to get out of our mindsets and go and try to explore opportunities in other areas of the country. So the charge for the product, and let us start asking for feeding and transporting. Somebody talking about the the building. They ask for transportation. They ask for feeding.
It's true.
My
It's true.
yeah,
They'll
yeah, it's
ask
so
for
true.
transportation, they'll ask for feeling.
And then
And
the funny
sometimes
part too, they ask you for
sometimes
bed.
they even ask for lodging place,
Yes,
you
the
know.
bed. They want you to buy the mattress.
Yeah,
They want you to buy the mattress.
the mattress. It's true. They want you to buy the mattress.
It's too funny. You know, when I used to hire contractors, this is prior to modern building construction. They used to say, "Oh, boss lady, I don't have my trust." I said, "Yeah, but take it from your salary now. Take it from your
Exactly.
workmanship, please." It becomes so comical. I start to laugh, and they use it. But boss lady, why are you laughing? I said, "Because you're too funny. Just take it from your workmanship, my friend."
Yeah.
And he just got a moving. I said, you know, there's so many contractors out there. You don't want to do my work. I can get another person who will buy the match. Oh no, not oh, not not. But it's just so funny. It's so funny. Each time that happens. But
Our
yeah.
people, we our people really need to change. I would say, I would. It's not easy. We can give up on them.
Mhm.
We just have to keep educating them, keep
Mhm.
telling them it's not done this way, it's done the
Yeah.
other way. It's
Yeah.
not, I can pay your transport, I can buy you food, everything is been discussed in the fee. So, take your transport from the money I'm giving you. We just have to keep talking to them so they understand these things.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
easy to do, but we have to keep at it until they get it and
No,
understand it.
you're definitely right because these people are just some of these people went to trade schools, right? They went to trade schools, or perhaps they learned under an engineer or somebody. They learned it, so they don't know the other aspects of the business. They don't understand they're running a business. So in running a business, right, you have to say these are customers, these are my responsibility as a contractor. These are the things I have to do. But there comes the education, like you talk about. Contractor coming in doesn't mean they know how to run the business. They don't understand the business first of all. So it's very important for you to educate that contractor, even though they are good at the job as construct, building and all that, but they don't understand that those responsibilities are not yours. Certain things are your responsibility as the person who's giving them the contract, but the ones like the bed, the feeding, and all this stuff, that's their responsibility.
Yeah.
So it's constant conversation that needs to be had with them um, in order to move forward. But
So
yeah.
it's good for people to know these things before, because I'm sure there are some people that just starting their building project, that just wanting to start or thinking about the process now. So it's good for you to know these things so you don't get into this kind of conversation with your workers. So
Mm-hmm.
it's better for you to explain to them from the beginning before you even go to you know the real contract, so you don't encounter these kind of things. Because to build you must be patient, especially if you're not based in Liberia. You must be patient, you must be determined, you should have a strategy
Mm-hmm.
and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have these things in place, you're going to get discouraged, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to get tired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to know what to do. And sometimes you don't blame the people for these kind of things, because this is a situation. Life is hard. I know life is hard everywhere. Even here where we are, you have to get up to go and work. So life is not easy everywhere. You have to be determined to do what you want to do. But down there, the people don't understand it. Yeah, they don't understand it in certain ways. So if you are about to build, you want to have the proper discussion before you even start doing what you want to do. Otherwise, you will get discouraged. Your project will remain halfway. Because when they do these kind of things, they end up leaving a place to go on to another job and leaving your job halfway. So you really got to know, if you're building in Liberia or you want to start building, you got to know these little things. It sounds common now, but when you don't put these things into place and start, that's when you know that this common thing is really, it have effect on your project or on your thing you want to do.
Guys, Italy is mainly talking about construction because she is heavily involved in Liberia in terms of building, and so she does have a lot of knowledge and feedback to give you guys. That's why, again, like I said, she's talking more about it. So if you haven't already done so, please go to our channel right now and subscribe. Check out her videos. Um, RB said he said that's the whole idea. The whole idea is so when you pay for the product, you will not leave them to go to another contractor. That's the whole idea. But there's always ways around it. Um, it said you always have ways around it. Anyway, Helena says because the people that are residing in those areas are often poor people. They are not used to businesses all of their lives, and they live in dirt, swampy area, and then shocks. I don't know who you're referencing. She does have a lot of patience, but can you clarify a little bit, Helena? Are you reading the comments, Angeline?
Yeah, yeah, I'm reading some.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what her name is.
Your line is not very clear, already.
Okay, let me see. I'm a little low, huh? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
I can hear you, but you cracking in a little bit.
I'm a little muffled.
Okay,
Hello,
much yeah,
much better.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know what Helena is referencing, but I'm sure this is maybe something we discussed previously. Dirt and swampy things. The living dirt. I don't know if you can just kind of tell me
I
what that
think
was.
she's saying that the people that reside in these areas are often poor people. They are not used to decency
Mm-hmm.
all their lives.
Okay.
They live in tight and swampy and zinc shack, something like that. I think she's talking about the people, the contractors also.
Okay.
Yeah.
The contractors. Okay. 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 Okay.
Mm.
All right. Okay. So somebody said RB has a lot of patience for her to feed them, give them transportation, and give them a mattress.
I know, I know, I know, I know.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. Um,
It's not easy to do anything, not only building, even when it comes to business.
yeah, yeah.
Anything you want to do in this life, you have to be patient, you have to be determined, and you got to be focused because there will be many things that will come your way that will make you want to, not continue. So you just have to be patient, you have to be determined, and you have to have, I always say, you have to have a strategy because it's your strategy that will carry you forward. So when the challenges come, it's these strategies that you put in place, that's what you will use to continue doing what you're doing. It's
Hmm,
not easy to do anything, even business. If you want to do business, you don't just sit down and say, oh, okay, I want to do provision business, and then you just go and open the, get the, pay for the shop, put the shelves there, put the goods there, then take one family member and put him there or her there and say, okay, you take care of the business. It doesn't work that way. Gone are the days that we used to do that. Now is a new era. You cannot do you cannot do the business that way. You cannot run your business that way. You have to have a strategy. So if you want to build in Liberia, you have to have your own strategy. Sit down and think about what you want to do. Study the market. Think about the things that you want to do, who you're going to put there, who will be your manager, who will be your assistant, who will be, where will this money go? How do you want this business to be run? It's the same as building a house. So you want to sit down and think, who am I going to put in charge? Since I'm not in Liberia, I'm not based in Liberia, I'm abroad. Who is going to be my eye? You know, this is what some of us lacking in Liberia that gave us so much hard time, and then we come up with these negative that to be in Liberia is hard because you don't have a strategy. In life, anything you want to do, you have to put a strategy in place to be successful. So if you want to build that house, you don't have to build mansion before you get a strategy. Even if that one bedroom apartment, have a strategy. If you have a strategy, in no time You will finish that project. You will not have much to worry about. But I'm sorry to say that most of us Liberians, we don't know how to put strategy in place. We just want to see things happen overnight. It's the same way with Liberia development and whatever going on in Liberia. We want to see so many things happening in Liberia at once. And it's not going to work that way because Liberia has gone through so many ups and downs. So many leaders has come and gone. So many things are happening. And besides these things that happen in Liberia, you can imagine the effect that it have put on people mind, the people needs. There are some people in Liberia that are traumatized. Seriously. If you talk to some people, if you just go to Liberia, sit down and talk to people one on one, you will see that this person need help. And so it's not only about the building and then the business and other things, but the mindset of people.
Very, very true. Very
Yeah.
true.
So it's not easy to spoil something. It's very quick to spoil, but to put it back together, that's where the problem is. It's not that Liberia is a bad country or like developed, but there are so many things that we have to work on, and maybe it may not even be in your lifetime that these things going to come to be. That's just a fact. The truth is hard to take. The fact is hard to accept, but that's the fact. That's the truth. There's so many things are going on in Liberia that we need to chip in. All of us need to chip in to help Liberia to be where we want her to be. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, everything that you think about.
On the lake.
Yes. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but it can be done. If only we put our mind to it and be patient and not criticize, it's going to work. But we have to be willing to help.
You know, the people in the diaspora controls the the rate of the GDP of our country. So if you're looking at the remittance value of
So
what
really, your sound is
Yeah,
so.
you're a little bit low.
Mahmoud, hello, can you hear me?
Can you
Hello,
guys hear me?
can you guys
I
hear
can
me?
hear you loud and clear, Jeff.
Your sound is a little bit low.
Okay, turn this thing out. Hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying that the Liberia in the diaspora contribute to the GDP heavily. So we contribute about $600 million yearly. If the diaspora can mobilize, if people in the diaspora can work together collectively, we can make a greater impact than we think. And
Yes.
that requires a lot of working together, which sometimes we don't like to do. But if
Mm-hmm.
we can really sit and strategize in the areas that we all live and come together as a whole unit, we can really impact that country because the GDP. If you look at the GDP, we contribute heavily to the GDP. We have the power to change that country narrative, but the collective effort is lacking, and that's where we need to really assess and see how we can all mobilize to help the country in the direction we needed to go. Another person raised a very valid point here, Francis. He said our biggest problem in Liberia is dishonesty. We Liberians aren't sincere to one another because we do things to our brothers and sisters that we do not even dream of doing to foreigners.
I think
What do you guys think about that?
I think for me, overall, Liberians don't just not all Liberians, but Liberian overall don't respect each other. They respect foreigner more than each other. There are some Liberians that will see you and say, you know what, I can work with this person. I believe in this person. We all can, we can collaborate and make things happen. But many Liberians don't respect each other. We put foreigners first. And one thing that I learned when I came to this country, no matter their differences, when something happened, when anything that has to do with America, they will be join together and be American. No matter whether you're black, you're white, you're Republican, you're Democrat, they all join together and work together. But Liberian, we respect what foreigners say better than what we would say, what we would do. Like we Liberian, we don't trust each other enough to work together. Even if something happened, they will say, "I'm reaching out to United Nations. I'm reaching out to the European Union." Why can't we all just join and work together and make it happen? When 9/11 happened, Americans don't look up. They didn't look up to United Nations to come and help them. They all join and work together and make things happen. Whenever Americans are struggling, depression, whatever is going on, they will all join together and help. Even business people, long time back, J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, it came a time when the U.S. government, the U.S. Treasury were going through a lot. They joined together as the business people to give the government, the United States government loan. So what I'm trying to say is that whenever they are having stuff going, they work together. J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, all these guys, they were having they had this business competitive fight going on. But when it comes to America, they all join together. They help each other. We Liberians need to start different mindset to say, you know what, let me respect my fellow Liberian. Let us all work together. Liberia right now going through a lot. Let us all join together and go back home and make this happen. Let's change our country. Let us share knowledge. If you are a business person, if you are a media person, if you are this person, we all can join and see how we can all contribute to Liberia growth. I think that's what Liberia need, the mindset of people to change that. There are some Liberian that came to the United States long time ago, but they still have the mindset as if they are still in Liberia or they are still setting part. They never went to school at all. I think some of us need to change that mindset. I'm saying some of us because I don't want people to say, "Oh, that man out of here no more." I'm not trying to act like I know more, but I'm just saying we all need to join together, collaborate, and change our mindset to say, you know what, let go back home and help Liberia. And I'm one of those people because I haven't gone back home. I've been preaching it, but I haven't gone back home. They say you should always lead by example. And that's why I'm doing everything in my power to go back home. I think we all need to change our mindset and work together and just make things happen.
Amen, amen, amen. So
Yeah,
collective effort, whether diaspora or in Liberia, still will be the key in transforming this country. We can't sit back and continue to preach negativity to ourselves or others, to those that are looking to go back home and say, "Oh, don't go to that country.
yeah,
Oh, that country not good. Oh,
yeah,
that's when you can hear the colloquy come out."
yeah,
We can't really sit back
yeah,
and allow negativity to stop what we
yeah.
can do and how we can contribute.
Another thing I want to say, just to, before I get into that point, I just want to tell your viewers that last night something hit my eye, and so my eyes is a little bit something in case somebody noticed that. That's why I was trying to wear sunglasses, but I said no, I don't want to wear the glasses in the house. So I
I'm
just
sure
want to let you,
I'm sure the viewers are
yeah,
okay with what is the context is.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Another
so
mindset,
yes,
yeah. Oh, sorry,
go
maybe
ahead,
somebody
go
want
ahead,
to
go
come.
ahead.
Another mindset that we need to change is the mindset that says that, oh, because that person that is in power, I don't like the person. There are some Liberians that will say, I'm not going back home because President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I don't believe in what she's doing, this, that. Or Josh Weah is in power. I don't like Josh Weah. I didn't vote for him, and this guy, he's not fit for president, so I'm not going back home. That country is not good. Let's change that mindset. It's not about Josh Weah. It's not about, if you go, like use our DM, you have businesses back home right now. It's not about your businesses. It's not about promoting Joshua administration. It's about making a difference in people's life. So we Liberian, we need to change that mindset that says that I'm not going to go back home because that person who is in power, I'm not interested in them. Let go there. If you let go there and do something, even if you are not part of the government, try to do something. If you have really good ideas, try to present it to Joshua. If he doesn't listen, that's his business, but at least try to do something in different way. And when I say we, I'm continuing to add myself there because I need to do something too. So I think we Liberians need to really change that mindset. because the man, I didn't vote for him. I have no interest in him. I don't think he fit to be in power. So I'm not gonna go back home to make a difference. I think that's a bad mindset, and we Liberians need to change that. When I'm saying that, it doesn't mean I have. I'm telling you that, oh, the next I'm voting for George. I voted for Ellen Johnson. It's not about that. I'm just a Liberian who is neutral when it comes to promoting our country and developing our country. And I think many Liberians really, you don't have to be neutral. You can vote for anybody you want to vote for, or you can promote any political party. By the end of the day, when it comes to making a difference in Liberia, don't say you will not help Liberia because you don't believe in the person in power right now.
But we can see our various areas that we live. Cameron in the UK over there, Biden here, Trump before, Barack Obama before. People still want to work,
Yeah,
regardless of the political switch. People
yeah,
still want to work. People still carry on their daily lives. When it comes to Liberia, however, there are just many reasons why people can be positive. There are many reasons why people can go and help with development. So, um, we will keep preaching networking, connecting, working together. But I really want to come back to this Francis point though, the dishonesty aspect. And I think Angeline showcased earlier talk about our brothers and sisters here need to, that you have jobs and if you're doing a project, you can try to get them on. But one of the key aspects that our brothers and sisters back there need to understand is integrity pays more than millions of dollars.
yep.
Yeah.
Integrity, having integrity, doing somebody's job because they're not looking, doing it right because they're not looking matters more than money you will take.
That is true.
And this to me, I feel like it's one of the areas that people need to focus on, and that's how the our Liberians back home can contribute
Yeah,
to what it is that some people are trying to do from the diaspora.
yeah,
That honesty, that
yeah.
saying that, oh, because Francis is not looking, I'm gonna make sure I do the right thing for him.
That is
that
true.
that to me is another way we can really move the country forward from that, people in the Liberians perspective.
That's true.
At
I
least
think
that's what I
you.
think.
I think you are 100% right. Being honest with each other is the real way that we can move forward. I think we are now building this stereotype where people are saying that, oh, I'm abroad, I cannot trust my people back home. And to be honest, some of those people are right, but I can also tell you, not everybody back home is bad. There are a lot of good people back home that really want to do something, and I know that I can set a lot of example. I can set a lot of bad example, and I can tell you a lot of bad example. I can tell you good example also. So we shouldn't just assume that our people back home they're bad, but to the people back home, we need to the people back home and abroad, we all need to be honest with each other. We all need to work well together. I think this dishonesty thing between us is really killing us. It's really affecting our country growth. And we really need to stop that. Like you were saying, being honest will change things for you big time. I think I was reading a little article about that guy who life got changed forever. He found $50,000, a taxi driver that found $50,000 and gave the money. His life
Yep.
changed forever, and what now people recognize him as the most honest Liberian
Mm-hmm.
of this time for now. And
Mm-hmm.
so for me, I I think people need to be very honest. Maybe I need to give some example. There's a cousin that I was working with to bring her own father to Monrovia, and she went and did something that wasn't right. I don't want to go fully in detail. And there's another cousin who I call my sister, who, when I first started the Liberian TV network, after a certain time, she and I got to know each other, and I put her in charge. And she been so honest that this girl, every month she get paid. And another person is the guy who people hear all the time at Designer Williams. When I first started, I didn't have money to pay anybody. But he was very honest and worked with me. And now every month he get paid better than what he was getting, consistently getting paid, and he and his family live on that. So when you are honest, what's already Emily saying, if you are honest, you will benefit more than the little money that somebody's saying. If somebody's saying you $2,000, $2,500 to buy land, or $5,000 to buy land, and you think that's a lot of money, trust me, you could make more money than that amount. So I think Liberians need to be honest with each other. We need, if you're doing business with somebody, be honest with that person. If somebody send you money to buy land, be honest. So I think the honesty, we need to really be honest with each other. Francie, you are right. We need to Francie,
Francis.
yeah, Francis, you're right. Yeah, we need to be honest with each other. Most Liberians are not honest with each other.
It's true.
That, my friend, my people, that
Hmm.
part is part of it. But there is always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel here. And how it was before is not the same in terms of more and more people are trying to do something in our country, whether it's a little one bedroom, two bedroom, whatever they're building, or whatever the little business. We do better? Yes. But has there been progress? Yes. And so we celebrate the progress. We talk about the expansion of the progress, and then we talk about collective effort to foster the movement, and the movement here is development. And so all of you guys are individually doing great. Angeline there, even though she's very shy, didn't want to be on this live. You're doing
I was
great.
saying that I'm not used to doing live, so maybe I need to do it more often to be.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys follow her if you haven't already done so, and then we follow Showcase of Liberia as well. If you have
Yep.
not checked out her channel, it's really on the ground things that are happening in Liberia. She really focuses on that. Angeline focuses on building and how to really get your project from ground up, to remain patient, to remain positive, to spread positivity. That's really what her channel. And I don't need to introduce Liberian TV there. He's the giant of all of these channels,
Mhm.
but more so he showcased the country in ways that we some of us didn't even imagine. I used to watch Liberian TV, and I did, prior to knowing Jefferson, I used to watch Liberian TV, and I said, well, at least I know what's happening in the country, even though
Mm.
I was going once a year at the time. And so your channel really has helped to motivate, because some of the things that I would see, well, okay, what can I do? And
Mm.
that's where the action orientation thing about myself come about, because of some of the content that you used to show. So yes, for those who are really contributing
Coming
to the
from the boss
country,
lady,
we want to
that means a
applaud.
lot to us.
Oh, yeah, obviously, just kidding. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Angeline, anything else that you would like to add in how we can move this country forward in terms of
Yes,
developing the country?
I just want to encourage my fellow Liberians to not give up. If you're doing anything back home, business wise, building, whatever you're doing back home, and you're spending money there, don't give up. Even if you don't see it happening the way you want it to be, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. One day you're going to see what you've been planning so long to do. You're going to see it come to fulfillment. So do not give up in whatever you're doing in Liberia, because Liberia is there for you. Only you can develop Liberia. All the other foreign nationals are there. They're just taking and going. They will leave Liberia there for you at the end of the day. So do not give up. Even if you're not going to, if you say, oh, I'm not going to Liberia, you can have your holiday home there. So anytime you go there, there is somewhere for you, you can go and relax. If you build that house, you can do Airbnb. That's money coming in. So do not limit yourself when it comes to these kind of things. You have to, it's good to expand your mind to see what life has to offer. So don't give up on Liberia. Liberia needs you, and we all can build Liberia. We all can make Liberia what we want Liberia to be. So this is my own contribution to Liberia. My contribution to Liberia is, to showcase, to tell people how to go about building, development, whatever that have to do with positivity in Liberia. I showcase it, and I'm thinking that I'm encouraging people if I do these kind of things. And hopefully and prayerfully, I think that's what I'm doing, and people are gradually getting to understand it. So in this light, I just want to say thank you so much.
Showcase.
Why you laughing already?
Showcase a comment. Just laugh. Today
Oh,
I just gotta laugh.
yeah.
Showcase comment. That's why
All
I'm
right.
laughing.
So yeah, so we just have to put Liberia out there and do what we can to develop Liberia. The role you want to see today, if you don't contribute, that role will not be there. The light you want to see, if you don't contribute, it's not going to, happen. So we all got to contribute to Liberia development.
That's very powerful. I think that's just what we Liberians need. I think that's different between the new generation of Liberia and the old generation. The old generation, they were focusing on tribalism and all the differences. I think with
Mm,
the new generation, we are focusing more on developing our country. We just
yeah.
need to continue to encourage people. We shouldn't give up on that. And some of us need to lead by example. You, for example, you are always making your videos saying, I'm building my house in Liberia, and
Mm,
Zawadi Amchi more involved more than anybody else.
mm,
And some of us need to go back there and do bigger.
mm,
Um, and that's just the plan. And one thing I can also tell people, in order for Liberia to move forward, we need to really go back home and educate our brothers and sisters when it comes to work ethic. We need to really work hard. When you are hired as a manager, doesn't mean that you have to sit in the office and just say,
mm,
I'm the manager. You got to go on the field, see how things are going, get to work, do things, be consistent with your work, be patient with your employees. I think one of the problems that is happening in Liberia right now, I don't want to go into politics, but when you see Air France and SKD, we are not playing game on this. It's because people that have this position, they are not doing their job. I don't know what time you have, but maybe it'll be another time. Maybe it's something we can talk about for another time. But I think people that are in power, people that are in certain position, need to do their job. I think a lot of time we get distracted by focusing on the president, whoever is in power, from Tauber, Doe. Um, I'm not talking about Charles Taylor because that was a different time. It was very tough times. But Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, now George Weah. Most of the time we focus on the president, that we don't see these guys who's supposed to be doing their job. If you're a minister, you have to do your job. You have to make sure, if you're a minister of justice, you got to do your job. If you're a chief of police, make sure that Liberia, the city is safe. All these things. If you're a mayor, make sure the city is clean. All these basic utility. I think people need to make effort too. As we are promoting Liberia, these certain people need to make effort so that our country can, so that when people go to Liberia, it should be the Rwanda. Even, I don't know how to say. I'm so passionate about it that it's something I love to work. I
yeah.
want sometime when people go to Monrovia, let them be on Duco, take picture and see the beauty of
Yeah.
Monrovia
Mm,
down. Like, or if somebody walking on the street of Broad Street, the place should be very clean. And that is up to the mayor, that is up to the city workers. And
yes.
all of these people, I think we all need to contribute. We people like Zawadi M going back home. She has a lot of businesses there. You, Angeline, you are doing a great job there. People like us, we are promoting, we want to show Liberia, we want to show Monrovia and all these places. But it's not like Rwanda, where people will just go and take pictures and say, wow, the place is clean. And just like the capital city of Rwanda, it's even promoting itself because the place is so clean that people go there and take pictures,
Yeah.
foreigners. But
Mm,
if people go to Monrovia, all they talk about, the place is dirty. The place is this, is that. You smell there's something separating bus in they said that separating bus in the middle of the road, all this stuff. It's that people need to play a part. They need, if you are mayor, whatever, just play a part. That's how Liberia will develop. Everybody need to play a part. It's already end is giving few people jobs. You as a mayor, make sure the place is clean enough so people will be encouraged to come. If I'm a media who trying to showcase Liberia, or somebody like Showcase, a woman like Showcase is going out there promoting Liberia, making sure Liberia is beautiful. I think she is playing a part.
mm,
Everybody should play a part. If somebody is playing for Lone Star, put all your time in the game. Make sure Liberia is represented out there. If you are doing something, no matter what you're doing, we all need to play a part. If you're a minister, go out there, get on the field, make sure you know what's going on every day. Don't just sit back until Air France tells you that, oh, we can't come back to Liberia because the place is the wrong way. It's not good. All this, this is very shameful, to be honest with you. But at the same time, we are not giving up on Liberia. I think we all need to play a part. That's how Liberia will grow. We can do all the collaboration here, go back home, do the 200 year thing. But if people on the ground are not making effort, if we are going there and not making effort, the country, we will continue to struggle. So we all need to play a part. If you're a musician, write song that promote Liberia. Long time ago there used to be people that made song about sweet sweet Liberia, and let us really continue to do something. If you're a blogger, promote Liberia. I mean, in the US here, trust me, if you are in different country, you think that America is having everything. They don't talk about Skate Road. They don't talk about South Central. They promote the best part. Let us do that. Everybody playing your part. If we are promoting the beauty of Liberia, somebody should be actually cleaning up the basic utility in a city, in a town, should be taken care of by that mayor, by that whoever is in charge of it. So for me, that's just all I can say right now, that we all need to play a part in order for Liberia to grow, to be better.
I hope the people back home are listening to this, discussion, so that they play their part,
Yeah,
because they all left with them. They're living there. They see it every day.
yeah,
So until they can change their mindset, the whole thing will just be like that.
yeah.
So
Another last thing I want to add, another thing again, in order for these people in power, I'm not just talking about the Joshua administration or LA administration, I'm just talking about whoever get in power. The only way some of these people that we elect or people that we put in offices will do something is if we stop the whole partisan stuff or favoritism stuff, like, oh, because I supported this person, so no matter what the person do, I'm gonna support them. I'm not seeing the truth. I'm not doing all of that. I think we all need to really look at things from different perspective and say, okay, I elected you, but you're not doing the right thing, so I'm if you don't stop doing this, I'm not going to support you next time. I think we have to stop this whole partisan thing. When the person say, they just say KWP party. So when if a KWP party stole some money and people are saying I will go and protest on the street, or if the person get arrested for corruption, and instead of me sitting back to see what the court will say about it or how things will work out, I will go and protest, free the person. I'm saying free the person because the person is part of my party. It shouldn't be like that. If that person stole some money and he got arrested or fingers are pointed at him, let's see what happened. Let's investigate to say, okay, if this person did this person actually do this. Let's not go on the street protesting because the person is part of my KYWP party. Let's just really leave the whole partisan thing, that every little thing, oh, I support this person or this person. Now politicians are doing this where whenever something happens, they will go in the neighborhood and organize group of people. The next thing you know, that there's little protests on the street, and they're trying to get those people to really do something. I think we Liberians need to now focus on investigating, looking up to how things will go. If somebody does something, let's just see, let's investigate ourselves to know whether this is right. Let's not continue to follow the whole party thing. If you elected somebody, whether it's president, representative, or senator, if they're not doing a good job the next election, don't vote for them. Vote the new person. So that's just one of the things that I really wanted to point out.
yeah,
Cool. Cool. Accountability.
Yeah,
Accountability across the board is key.
yeah,
Leadership starts with yourself. If you're in position of power, and that's not just political power, it starts with your own corporation, LSC, whatever business or partnership. You need to be able to lead and show example of what a leadership is in order for people to follow you. That's the difference between management and leadership.
yeah,
Leadership, people follow you and are looking up for you to motivate and inspire them. Management is just a temporary thing where you are just there facilitating and looking to see how things can move forward gradually. People need to put themselves in position to lead, and by
Mm-hmm.
leading, you have to be you have to set example. Accountability come into play, very very key, very important in moving the country forward. I mean, there are just so many things that one must do, or individuals, every one of us must do, to really get this country where we need it to go. But I trust the process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
um we can work with whoever, whether they are CDC or any party.
Yeah,
It's true. It
yeah,
is true. Regardless of who's in power,
yeah,
if we really want to change the direction Liberia going in the right direction, we have to work together as collective. I keep saying it. We
yeah.
all have to work together and for the common good of Liberia, not our individual goals or what we
Mm.
want to achieve and our acolytes and all these things that we want reward and all these things that we want, but we have to put the country first and work together in achieving those things. And
Yeah.
that's the reason why we say Showcase said this today, Angeline saying this today,
Mm.
John Jefferson saying this, that we all must do our part, continue
Mm.
to stay positive and spread positivity and work and do what we can do to really, really get the country where we need it to be. Negative, being negative and saying there's no this and that, it's really not gonna help. I know,
Yeah.
Angela, you said something today and I was laughing, right? When you said like you can be negative all day, like it's just not going to
I'm telling you, it's not going to solve any problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
it's not.
I,
But the one thing I observe with Liberians, let me just tell you something. They will sit with you and that play not good, that play not good. But in their heart, they're burning for the country to do better,
Yeah.
for the
mhm.
country to
Yeah.
do better and be better. A lot of
Mm.
person will kind of cause the country blah 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 blah. But with deep down within their hearts, where they are, it's just a house. A house is not a
Mm.
home.
Mm.
Liberia is your home. So
Mm.
if somebody inside your home, I don't care how well you think Liberia is, but it's hurting you inside. And take that hurt that you're feeling inside
Mm.
and go and contribute to
Yeah.
the country. That's how you take your hurt from
Yeah.
inside. Because
Mm.
telling somebody the country is not going to solve your problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
going to solve your
I
internal
I think I
struggles.
yeah, I think you're right. I mean, people who, let's just say for example, there are two different people in life. Some people say I went through the trauma and I'm just gonna be a bad person my whole life.
Right.
But there are some people that say when I was growing up, I went through domestic abuse with my father and my mother, and now my goal is to become a counselor or to become this to help people who are in this position to be
Mm.
couple counselor. There are people that will do that. So if you were somebody who, let's just say you experience something in Liberia that you don't want to happen again, or you see how bad the country looks, you don't want these things to continue. Why can you go to Liberia and make the difference? Go to
Mm.
Liberia, start a cleaning process. If you think the city is so dirty, like,
I'll be back. I'm
okay,
listening. I'll be back.
if you think the city is so dirty that you don't want to see the city like this, just go there, start some type of project that
Mm.
where you organize group of people in the community and just started cleaning the city. I mean, we don't want the mayor or whoever to depend on that. We are not encouraging it that, oh, the government shouldn't make effort
Mm.
to play their part. But I think overall, I think that the if you see something that is not right, try to go there
Hmm.
and make the difference. And I think
Yep.
Liberians need to make a difference. We need to make a difference. We shouldn't just sit by and say, "Oh, that place is so dirty. Me, I'm not going there." I mean, many times we are seeing a lot of Liberians who, when you're trying to talk about Liberia, they say, "Man, that place, don't waste your money. Oh, that place will never change."
Mhm.
Liberia will change if we make effort. Liberia will change if we, try different people, the new people that want to come in power. If we see the intention, once it becomes competitive to gain office, you'll see a lot of people will make a difference.
Mm.
But if we continue to elect the same people over and over, it will not work. And another thing that Zawadi M said, accountability, is true. You
Mm.
see, I'm gonna say this again. A long time ago, saying on cover time to door time to order this time, we focus on the president so much that there are certain people we are not holding accountable. But one thing I can tell you though, Tobo was in power, we blame him. Tobo is no more in power, our problems still continue. Doe was in power, we blame him. Doe is not in power, our problems still continue. Charles Taylor situation, I'm always going to say it was during the war that was going on, so I don't want to use that as an example. But Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was in power. There were a lot of protests and a lot of things went on. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is not in power. George Weah is in power now. Why do you think the problem continues? That's because we are not holding certain people accountable. We want to focus on the president. I'm not saying the president is not doing nothing wrong. The president needs to play his part too to make things happen. He's the leader. But I think there are some people that just, we get so distracted looking at the president, and we letting these people go and get away with certain things. Like, there are people who work in Toba government, Dole government, Ellen government, and they are still working in Josh Weah government.
Mm.
And I think some of those people, because they are never being held accountable, so for that reason, they are getting away with a lot of stuff, and they continue to do it. The only way our country will change if we start seeing these people. If something going wrong, let's just say, for example, SKD, we couldn't play game. FIFA told us that the fee is not good enough. Who is in charge? Let's question that. Let's not just go to John Weah government. This happened. He was a football player. You can say that, but just not focus. Don't focus only on that. Focus on this person. And I'm gonna say the same thing if somebody else is in power right now. I mean, my point is, let not just focus on the president or whoever is in charge. Let's focus on other people too. Who is in charge of that stadium? Air France is getting away. Who is in charge of the airport? Let's start holding people accountable too. You can blame judgment and say, why, what happened? But at the same time, you can say, hey, who is in power? Who is in charge of this? If police are taking bribes, ask the police chief, what's going on? If something is going on, no traffic rules and other things, ask other people. If there's no justice in the country, ask the people that is in charge of that. I mean, we need that are in charge of that. I mean, we need to start asking people questions, not just focus on one person, because this one person thing has been really affecting us. I mean, again, ask that question. Why our problem continue after Tauber, Dole, Charles Taylor, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, now Judge Weah? Why Liberia's problem still continue, corruption and all these things? It's because some of those people that came from Tauber administration, some of them are still working on the Dole. And if some of those people are not working right now, but their children are working, they taught their children how to get away with it, that country is not your man and your pa country will so eat your own and go. The administration will be over soon, so just year on and go. But once we start holding people accountable, trust me, things will change in the country. I mean, when we start pointing finger, every time something go wrong, Air France thing go wrong, you don't only focus on why this thing happened, what happened with the president, Joshua administration, but you start saying who is in charge of the airport. Trust me, people will start working very hard to make a difference. If every time before the Senate or the House uh, um, approve anyone to become a minister or whatever, we make sure that this person background, the person has the right thing to really lead that ministry. The person have a good working history. The person can really make a difference. The person is well interviewed. It's not because they man of my brother or my sister or my nephew. So I'm gonna just let him slide. Let's just really focus on people doing the right thing. I bet you people will start making a difference in Liberia. Even some of the representatives, senators, they will start working very hard because they know the next election, they people might not elect them. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a long thing that I explained, but I think when it comes to Liberia, my passion is too much.
Yeah.
It's
Like
not easy.
we just need to work on our mindset. Instead
Hmm.
of just blaming one set of people, we need to work on our mind and
Yeah,
do what we can, because if the mind is not together, then it's a problem.
yeah,
Because you always shifting, just what you said now, everything is the president, everything
yeah,
is the president, but people are in power to make sure that these things happen, the right thing is done. Why these people are not being questioned,
yeah.
getting
I,
away?
guys, guys, guys.
Yeah.
why it's very true that everybody needs to be held accountable. You have leaders,
Mm-hmm.
you have assistants,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
let's say managers,
Mm-hmm.
assistant manager, and it
Yeah.
goes down the chain. Everybody contribute to that ecosystem.
Yes.
The leadership here needs to set the example. Why I
Yep.
don't want to go into politics now. The
Yeah.
truth of the fact is somebody must lead.
Yeah.
Mm.
So why I want to keep the management at the airport accountable? Who holds the management accountable? That's we need to speak on that
That
also.
that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. If I'm leading a company, right, Angeline,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I go in there, I go to the office and I just fall asleep
Yeah.
because it's my company, right?
That's true.
I start to sleep. I try to curse people around there.
Yeah.
Mm.
My staff gonna look at me like, "Who are you? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Mm.
That means when you leave as a staff,
Yeah.
I can go and curse the assistant staff
Mm.
person. That's okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the other person can sleep on the job. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It does not impact
That's,
positively.
it's
Yeah.
a
So
big
so
problem.
accountability needs to be held up here,
Yeah.
Mm.
then here, then here, then here,
Yeah.
because we all will contribute to that. If Bill Gates does not go to work, does
Mm-hmm.
not put in time,
Yeah.
does not do X, Y, and Z, his company will never move
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he has to
That's true.
set the
Yeah.
example. So I
Mm.
don't want to directly go into politics there,
Yeah.
Mm.
but we need to help. We need to hold people accountable or in positions
Exactly.
Yeah.
higher.
I think you're.
So
Yeah. You're right.
yeah,
You're right. I mean, we don't need to go into politics, but at the same time, we don't need to call names. We don't need to attack certain people specifically to say, oh,
right.
why this is not happening. But at the same time, at some point, if we want to advance the country, there are certain things that we have to talk about. Like we have to, talk about certain things. You are right. There's always a hair person, a person who need to go to work, who need to be the first person to get to work and the last person to leave. And that would be a perfect example to the employees. Like, hey, you know why? Our leader is here. The person who need to go out reaching out to employees to say, hey, you know why? I'm working on this, and this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. That person need to be held accountable. My point for this is that I said a lot of times the fingers are only pointed one direction, but it's about time too that we do this. Okay, why this happening? Why that happening? Why this person happening? Why this city is so dirty? Like who is in charge of this city? Yeah.
But Jefferson,
Mm-hmm.
listen to this for a second.
Yeah.
I run Eggland, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have staff. If my staff continue to not feed my chickens and my
Mm-hmm.
chicken continue to die, God forbid, I'm gonna keep having that staff there, right? Does that
Yeah.
make sense to my
That
leadership?
that that is true. I think you're
Does that
right.
make sense to
Mm.
my leadership?
That
Mm.
is
It's
true.
my lack of leadership have not provided proper ability for that staff to either be able to take care of my chicken or my leadership that will make that staff not to even do their job because you know what, I have not carried on my actions as a leader to train and to discipline. So
You are right. No, yeah. In,
no.
in that case, you're
I don't want to
right.
talk politics, but God,
No, no, you're right.
we need to keep the truth where
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
The
You,
truth is, in
yeah,
order for everyone to do his or her job, I and my niece to set an example of what
yeah.
that job needs to look like.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And now, how you said it, it makes sense because one of the things that I learned from certain administration, I don't want to point fingers to other administration,
Oh
but
man.
from certain administration to now, one thing I learned is whenever, even if they wanted to fire somebody, they will fire the person, but the next thing you know, they will take the person to another administration. So it's like, man, is that punishing the person enough? If you fire this person, why would you bring this person to another administration? That person is not getting anything. The person is not learning nothing. So I learned that certain time Liberian leaders will do that. They will, as a president, you'll fire this person, and then the next thing you know, the person is working in another administration, or the person will create certain thing that everybody talking about. The next thing you know, you relieve that person from a job. The next thing you know, the person is working from the other in the other position. So I think what you are saying is right. They are not setting the right example. Learn how to really punish people as a leader, and then they will learn. If I was president of Liberia, and I see that somebody is not doing their job, I will for sure like punish them. So yeah, what the YDM is saying is true. The reason people focus on the president too much because I think it's become more partisan. It become more this because I know this person or the person is part of my party, so let me keep the person in that position. They are not really making effort on their those people that's supposed to be doing the job. Does this person who were managing SKD before all of this happened? Does this person still have their job? And who fought it? Say who's supposed to take action on this person? Like, hey, why this happened? And so I really understand the leader on the top need to take action.
Anyway, let me go to a comment here. I think it's very vital.
Yeah,
Um, Nigeria president is not good either, but the people are still going home and developing their country.
I think it has something to do with what we were saying that we shouldn't just say because this person in power is not good enough, so I shouldn't go back home to make a difference, which
Yep.
is wrong. I think we Liberians need to really take our mind from that, like, oh, because the person is in power and I didn't vote the person, I never wanted the person in power, so the country is not good, I'm not going. I think that's what that person is referring to, RGB
Yep.
girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Helena, it starts from the top. Let us not sugarcoat it. The Nigerians are trying hard to change the narrative by developing businesses and investing. True. Go back home and help your country. I have a lot of Nigerian friends who complain about their international airport and government, but they go home every year to develop. You see that? They
Hmm.
complain, but guess
Yep.
what?
They
They
still
still
look.
go
Mm-hmm.
home. That's the key point there. Um, Integrity and accountability does matter a lot. Yes. Our people say you do good, you do it for yourself, and you do bad, you do it for yourself. Library is for us. Let us fix it.
Yep.
Library
Exactly.
problem is the people that is living in the U.S. All those radio in the U.S. I
Oh,
disagree.
hold on.
Actually,
What is saying? Let me see. Liberia problem is that people that is living in the USA. Really? All those radio in the no, I know who they are talking to.
I, I know too. I know too. But that let it just yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip over that comment. Moving on. The me point here. Home is home, no matter what. Very,
Hmm.
very key. Like I said, a house is not a home. We can
Yeah.
all buy beautiful homes here, drive the best of cars, go to the best of schools, but your home is Liberia.
Hmm.
And that's the
My
bottom
heart
line.
is itching. My heart is itching to talk to that person.
No, I
To
don't
reach.
want to,
I know.
yeah,
I
I
know.
don't want to pay much attention to that comment.
It's
Um,
like
yeah, your heart is going quick, 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 quick,
not,
quick, quick,
not
quick.
not not in a bad way though. In the comment and the response won't be bad, but it's
Angeline, if
like, it's like,
That made me laugh, yeah. Ah, home is
Angeline,
home. I don't
Angeline,
know
this
what
is how my heart is doing right now. Like that
what
movie with
the
Jane Carrey, that movie with Jane Carrey and Cameron Diaz, where the
oh
heart
yeah,
is going, Papi.
ah,
But okay.
home is home. I don't care where you are, where you go. Home will always be home. The way you will feel at home is not the way you will feel when you so the home is your home. We have to develop Liberia. This is a song I will sing and I will continue to sing. Liberia is there for you. You
Hmm.
to do what you can to develop Liberia. Nobody
That is,
going to do it for you.
that
Only
is true.
do it
how
for
your
your
heart is going again, Jefferson?
I'm trying. I'm trying. So what you're managing this right now. You're like, even up to now, I'm still doing it. It's like, I wanna respond to that person that the radio station in the US are the reason it might have. You're like, don't do it. I'm like, I'm
Ah,
Angeline,
like,
I don't want to take up all your time, but if you have to go,
yeah.
it's okay.
yes, I have to go now. It was nice being on this platform as always. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Jefferson, I don't know when are you going to bring me on your platform. I'm waiting for that invitation.
I'm looking for your email. I've been asking you. I
My
thought you didn't.
yeah,
I thought you didn't want to be on my platform. Trust me, I want to
no,
be there.
my email is on my YouTube channel.
Okay, then
She will give you my email. So we
you
did.
will
Yeah.
Okay.
you'll get an email from Liberian TV.
I will
Then
share with I will share you with yeah I will share her email with you.
absolutely, I want to have you. I've been wanting to have you. Seriously,
All
I
right.
really,
Thank you.
yeah. I was saying I'm the man. She doesn't want to be on my platform or not, but
No,
now I
no.
know.
I will be privileged to be on your platform.
Sounds good. I'm glad
Yeah.
that you and I get to chat today. We get to talk. You're one of those new generation of Liberia that want to really make the difference. I really have a lot of
Yeah.
respect for you.
Mm.
Like my sister Showcase, that girl, she's one of those people. Some of us we travel abroad, so
Mm.
people may say we came here, our mindset had changed. But this girl in Liberia, she works so hard to make
Yeah.
to do things every day. Like
Mhm.
somebody who left, I thought she left from the U.S. here and went back home, and she's doing a great job. I have a lot of respect for you too. Every time you are, talking about how you build your house in Liberia, from a professional point of view, maybe change the title a little bit. I think it will help you.
Okay.
Yeah, that way the next time I see the title, I'll say, okay, she posted another video.
All right.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
but but you're doing a great job. I have a lot of respect for you. You are my other sister that I can
Th-
talk about too.
thank you so much. It'll be a privilege to be on your platform. I'm looking
Yeah.
for that. Thank
And
you.
your new best friend always talk about you too. Your new best friends are YDM. She want to promote your channel so good. Like she always talk about Angeline. She's your
Yeah.
fan, the same way you are her fan.
Yes. She's my
Yeah.
sister now. So
Yeah.
that's how it should be. We should be able to, support one another. That's
Yeah.
we all grow and make Liberia great.
That's true.
Yes, we
Yeah.
like we're great, not
Mm.
again, but great.
Uh,
Yeah.
Again, if you have not already subscribed to her channel, please go do so. Is her name Angeline? Angeline, can you kindly talk to them about the name of your channel and what it's about?
Yeah, my channel, if you it's all about lifestyle, beauty, fashion, development, anything that has to do with development. I like to talk about it. So right now I'm not so much into the fashion and beauty. I'm, focusing on development and development in Liberia. So this is my passion
What
and
is the name of your channel?
okay, it's Angeline Lifestyle, Beauty and Fashion.
Let me get it right now, guys, so I can share it.
Yeah, Angeline White and Zawadi M is doing that. I really do have a lot of respect for you. I just hope you keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully, we all can go to Liberia some days and see and collaborate and see each other and just be
Yeah,
happy family. And so people can really believe us what we are trying to do. Trust me,
yeah,
this year I have to go to Liberia, and I'm so happy COVID is over. I'm
yeah,
back to work, so it's going to Liberia is possible, and there are a lot of things that I'm planning now. So hopefully, I can see you in Liberia too. We showcase Zawadiem,
yeah.
you. We all can just
We
go
we will
have that party.
we will be in Liberia soon, very
Okay.
soon. So we're going to bring lots of video from Liberia. So those guys that haven't been to Liberia for a long time, you're gonna be seeing lots and lots more on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are lots of things coming up. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So yeah, I'm so privileged.
Thank you, by the way. My heart is now is slowing down little by little. Going this. Zawadiem managed the situation better
Yeah, slow
because
down.
it was going. It couldn't
Ah,
Now it's
stop.
doing a
Now it's doing buku. Boo. Boo. It's
yeah,
stopping little by
I
little.
see you guys.
Yeah.
all right, have
Love
a
you all.
pleasant evening.
Have a
Mwah.
great evening, Angeline. I look forward to talking to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, so this live has been great. As always, I have another meeting in the next 7 minutes. But before I
Okay.
do so, as always, thank all of you for watching this channel and don't be discouraged by some of the issues that Liberia may obviously show at this point, but we have to all be just encouraged, work together collectively. Even if you're doing individual projects, just a word of encouragement to somebody who's looking to go home and to those in Liberia. I know you guys watch my channel. I know this because you guys recognized me a lot when I went to Liberia, even though I didn't want to be recognized. You recognized me, and I know you watch my channel because you do watch my channel. I am encouraging you to always try your best to do the right thing, to always try your best to contribute as well. The diaspora are not the only people who are from Liberia. You live there, you breathe the air, you eat there, you do whatever you're in Liberia, just contribute as well. Your contribution does not stop at financial contribution. Your contribution stops at reading to kids, going to reading rooms, going to volunteer at the library, if you're going to somebody to get some mentorship. Your contribution does not stop there with finances. Your contribution start with telling somebody, don't put trash over there. This is where we can all do. Your contribution that being on the ground matters a lot, even if you don't think so. The little that you will do doesn't matter. If you see somebody doing wrong and telling them, please, that's not okay, that matters too. So yeah, people in Liberia, please contribute to the country's development as well. Um, Jefferson, any last word?
I just want to say thank you for having me on your channel. I really appreciate you. I think today we said a lot of things, and I hope a lot of the listeners they really get this, and we all can work towards making Liberia better. I think the conversation was great today. You managed the situation very well, especially that part of it where I was trying to go with my heart beeping like that, and you managed it very well. I was just to say something to your viewers. I was not trying to say anything bad. I
Right,
wanted to
right.
do something, but at the same time, you got to be careful what you say because some people may see it and understand it different way. So, by the end of the day, I can say for sure that you really you have been a very good host, and I hope people go and subscribe to our DM. If you are from Liberian TV Network and you are watching this, I just want to say, please go subscribe to our DM if you haven't subscribed her. Share her video. Be like us, Liberian TV Network. We always try to share her videos. Share her videos. Promote this girl. If you watch her channel, you watch her videos, you will know that she has been promoting Liberia. She is everything Liberia. She is giving everything to Liberia. I mean, and she's the perfect example of people that says that it's not what their country gave you, it's what you give your country. But so she's been doing a great job. So I just want to tell you guys, please go subscribe to this girl, promote her. She got good things coming up.
Thank you guys. Have a pleasant Sunday. Stay blessed as always. Call your friends, family. I'll leave y'all with this. People love this, and it's the truth. For those you haven't heard from, just say hello to them and spread love to them. You just don't know when life ends. So always encourage you to do so. Take care. Have a blessed day. I have a meeting now in 4 minutes. Yeah, take care. Bye. Sorry to end the life, but I gotta go.
Bye bye.